Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So according to multiple sources, there were 3 NBA teams that were in hot pursuit trying to acquire Bradley Beal from the Washington Wizards this season, and they are expected to continue to go after him this NBA offseason. Those 3 teams being the Los Angeles Lakers, the Miami Heat, and also the New Orleans Pelicans. So for today's video, what we are going to do is we're going to do 3 separate simulations to see which team would work best for Bradley Beal, but also see which trade offer would be best for the Washington Wizards, because they're not just giving away for free or anything like that, right, man? So yes, before we get going on today's video, first go in the comment section below and let me know which team you think would be the best fit for Bradley Beal, guys. It doesn't even have to be these 3 teams. You think there's a better fit out there? You guys let me know and why. And then of course, man, if you are one of the 47% of people that watch my videos that are not subscribed, trying to hit 250k subscribers, guys. We're like 10k away from that, so if you guys don't mind hitting that subscribe button, it would be greatly appreciated. But we are going to go ahead and get going on this, man. The first simulation we are going to look at is the Los Angeles Lakers. And just to let you guys know, we are going to be using the 2019-2020 NBA rosters just because there's so many X factors out there as far as the NBA draft, free agency, you know, different trades going on out there, man. At least with this, we have like a good kind of pinpoint historical time that's not too far back to see how Bradley Beal will do, you know, comparable on all 3 NBA teams there. But I will say, for the Lakers, I think out of the 3 of them, they probably have the weakest trade package, man. Like straight up, because so many of their players are on 1-year contracts. The trade would be something like this roughly, guys. It would be Kyle Kuzma, KCP, and Danny Green with some first-round picks in exchange for Bradley Beal and some filler players. The reason this trade is not great for the Washington Wizards is just because really the only promise they get out of it is Kyle Kuzma, because for one, those draft picks are not going to be all that extremely valuable because, of course, Bradley Beal and Anthony Davis, that's their team for like at least the next 6-7 years, right? And then of course they got LeBron James for a few more years too. So the draft picks are not going to be great. Kyle Kuzma, I mean, sure, he could be like an 18+ point per game scorer, but this past season he really did fall off a lot just because he didn't really have like a set place in the rotation. I mean, there was times where he was really good out there, of course, so the potential is still there. I just don't think, you know, giving up a 30+ 6 assist shooting guard for just Kyle Kuzma and some other guys is all that beneficial. But who knows, man? I mean, the Lakers have swapped Kwame Brown in exchange for Pau Gasol, so anything can really happen. Now, looking at the rotation the Lakers would roughly be working with, assuming, you know, they brought back most of their guys, you're looking at like Rondo, Bradley Beal, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Dwight Howard. One big time change I would make to this lineup is Rajon Rondo. I just think he's kind of aging out of this period of the Los Angeles Lakers. You know, obviously he used to be a really good defensive point guard, and now not so much, and you definitely want a good defensive guard alongside Bradley Beal, because the Washington Wizards were absolutely atrocious on defense last season, right, guys? But no, man, as far as the offense goes, it's going to be top-notch in the NBA. This team is definitely going to be fighting for that #1 seed against teams like the Clippers, but overall, I think this definitely gets them over the top, and then you would hope they would be able to bring back, you know, some of these bench guys, some of these veterans out there, and add some more guys to their team. But yeah, very low-risk, high-reward move for the Los Angeles Lakers, guys. As far as my record prediction, I would probably have to say this is about a 56-57 win team, assuming, you know, load management isn't a thing. But even if like LeBron James wants to take a night off or something, you still have Bradley Beal and Anthony Davis, and that right there, I mean, that can be 60 points on any given night, right, man? So yes, we are going to go ahead and simulate this NBA season. Get your predictions if you want to put like LA Lakers, and let me know what your record is, or what your prediction is. Let me know in the comment section below. But here we go, man. We got Bradley Beal on the Los Angeles Lakers. Okay, so as kind of expected, this team did dominate 66-15, man. That's a big, you know, I think I said 57 wins, so that's definitely a big jump right there. One more game against the Phoenix Suns, simulate through date, and finish with a W on the season. And we got LeBron James winning another MVP award, guys, at about 30 points, 7 rebounds, and 11 assists per game. You know he would absolutely love playing with Bradley Beal. You know, for one, LeBron actually in the past few years said he doesn't really want to handle the basketball as much anymore anyway, and Bradley Beal will definitely help out with that. We got John Morant, Rookie of the Year, DeMarcus Cousins, 6-man, okay. All-NBA first, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third, so we got Anthony Davis making that, and of course LeBron All-NBA first, but no Bradley Beal, and as to be expected. I mean, Beal's not going to drop 30 points on this Lakers team. He is going to be the third option, plain and simple. But, you know, if he's good for a consistent 23 points, then that's about as good as you can ask for, right, man? But 30 points, you know, it's definitely one of those cases of inflated stats on a not very good team. But player stats on the season looking like this, and Beal actually was the second leading scorer at 25 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal per game. Yes, absolutely balled out, shot a nice 51% field goal percentage, and 44% from 3, man. So, and then, of course, you got Anthony Davis doing his thing out there and the rest of the rotational players and stuff. But first round, we do have the Denver Nuggets. Let's see if they can actually complete this and, win the championship, because that is the reason you would do a move like this and trade away draft picks and young players, is to try to win a championship. And, yeah, they just got outed in the first round by the Denver Nuggets, man, which is another team I could see him actually going to. Okay, so Bradley Beal, 11 for 20 in the final game. Anthony Davis, LeBron James, maybe it was the case if there was only one basketball. I mean, I don't think that would be the case, because these are all pretty selfish players out there. But, yeah, man, they didn't win the championship. They got outed in the first round, and that's just how this simulation is going to go. We are going to see who wins the championship, since you guys get curious out there, I'm sure, man. But we got the Milwaukee Bucks winning it all. Alrighty, we are going to go ahead and move on to the Miami Heat. So for the Miami Heat, this trade I actually love. For the Pelicans, for the Heat, I'm indifferent on it, guys. You guys let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. But it is going to be looking something like this, guys. It's going to be a lot of the young players. It's going to be Tyler Hero, Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson, Andre Iguodala for salary reasons. Probably going to get bought out and probably re-sign with the Miami Heat for a cheaper amount of money. And a first-round pick in exchange for Bradley Beal and some filler players. Yeah, pretty much, the Miami Heat obviously found a lot of diamonds in the rough this past season with Duncan Robinson, Kendrick Nunn, Tyler Hero being a lot better than people thought he would be, in his rookie season. So that is the price you are simply going to have to pay, though, unless you have, like, a big name to give up, which is why I'm saying the Lakers trade was definitely the worst of the bunch. But, yeah, from the Washington Wizards standpoint, this is an absolute beautiful move right here, man, just because when you look at this team, they are going to be pretty much going in a full-on rebuild, and going into a rebuild, with the likes of a Kendrick Nunn, a Duncan Robinson, a Tyler Hero, guys like that, man, they're only 19 years of age. I guess Duncan Robinson is a bit older, but, Kendrick Nunn and Tyler Hero, definitely ballers out there, man, at a very young age. Gives them some shooters to work with John Wall, of course, which would be kind of fun to watch. Defensively, this team doesn't really get any better. Now, Iguodala stays around, then, I mean, he's still going to be like 57, so he's not going to really help all that much anyway, man. But, no, I think it's a good rebuild move. You are looking to trade away your all-star shooting guard for rebuilding pieces. This is the type of trade you definitely want to do. Now, looking at the Miami Heat over here, man, I mean, yes, they are giving up a lot of young talent, but they get their guy in Bradley Beal. Like, this right here, this starting five, this is competing in the Eastern Conference to get to the NBA Finals. Plain and simple, man. What I really do like about this move is, obviously a guy like Tyler Hero and Kendrick Nunn are big-time scoring pieces, even with Duncan Robinson too, but Bradley Beal can be like an instant 25 to 30 points on any given night. Jimmy Butler, at this point in his career, I'm okay with him being like the second or third option, focusing more on defense, rebounding, playmaking for others out there, and just, getting his 20 points every now and then. Bam Adebayo obviously is a candidate for most improved player, but I just don't think, I don't really think you could be successful in the NBA by having your center be the leading scorer. Like, you can find success, but you're not going to win a championship. So this right here, man, gives them an elite perimeter guard right here to take over games. And, yeah, it's an absolutely fantastic move. Like, if they're able to do this, I definitely would. Now, if they don't, it's one of those win-win situations. Because, like, okay, well, you go into next season with two or three extremely young, good, talented players out there that will bring you a lot of offense. But this is roughly what the team is looking like. Keep in mind, trades, drafts, stuff like that would kind of make things look a little bit different, but this is a pretty good idea, man. So we are going to go ahead and simulate with this team right here. I always undersell the Miami Heat for whatever reason. Like, they're just one of those teams that you never think is going to do as good, and then they just end up shutting everybody up and be like, man, we're going to win 50 games this season. So I'm going to say like 53 wins. This team with Bradley Beal, Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, 53 wins at least, guys. Let's go ahead and simulate this next one and see what happens. Okay, so yet again, I undersell the Miami Heat. I said, 53 wins? They go 61-20, guys. I mean, this lineup absolutely dominated. One more game against the Toronto Raptors and eventually W on the season, which probably has to give them first place, in the conference over here, guys. We got Giannis MVP. We got John Morant Rookie of the Year. Dennis Schroeder, 6-man. Eric Spoelstra did get Coach of the Year. All-NBA first, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third, looking like that. So we got Jimmy Butler making it, and I believe that's the only player. But, if anybody's going to coach this team, or, a big three like this, I mean, Eric Spoelstra is the guy. He handled Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, and Chris Bosh. So, Jimmy Butler, Bradley Beal, and John Morant. No, not John Morant. Bam Adebayo. Is that what I said? I don't know, man. Should be, cakewalk for him, right, guys? So we are first seed out here. Let's go with the player stats on the season. See how they did. And Bradley Beal, wow. I'm actually hell of bro, he still dropped the 31 points. Like, That's absolutely crazy. I was expecting those scoring numbers to go down, man, but 31 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Jimmy at 19, 8, and 5. Goran Dragic having himself a near all-star season at 17 and 6 at the age of 33. Bam Adebayo, yeah, his scoring would definitely be up a little bit more. 2K, for whatever reason, hates Bam Adebayo. I don't know why. But yeah, 14 points, 10 rebounds for him. Rest of the bench unit and rotation guys out there looking like that. But here we go, man. First round, I'm kind of in the way, but you guys can still kind of see the number there. We got the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young. I would actually like to see Trae Young and Bradley Beal play on the same team. They would drop like 200 points and probably give up 300, but it'd be all fine, man. It'd be fun to watch. And what is up with this, man? Is Bradley Beal... Okay, maybe you don't want Bradley Beal. Maybe he's just like means instant exit. Because this team, the first seed just got ousted by the 8th seed. And I'm pretty sure that's what happened the last simulation also, man. Wow, Bradley Beal 9 for 23, not great. I mean, he dropped 26, but that's the thing he will need to learn to do is like, yo, you got to use your teammates around you. You can't be, you can't be Superman every single time. This is unbelievable, man. 2 simulations with 2 number 1 seeds roughly, wherever we were last season. First round exits. Lakers this time actually won the championship without him. So watch this. Kyle Kuzma Finals MVP. No, definitely not, man. Alrighty, well, we are going to move on to the third and final team, the team that I know for a fact does not have a chance to win the finals next season, but maybe they'll surprise us, the New Orleans Pelicans. Okay, so for the Pelicans, I think they have probably the second best trade offer. I think I like the Miami Heat the most for the Washington Wizards, but they are kind of looking like this here, man. You're going to look at Bradley Beal in exchange for Drew Holiday for salary reasons, which would also be a nice fit in the backcourt also with John Wall. Lonzo Ball, which assumes John Wall probably actually ends up getting traded eventually if he comes back to form and they want to get rid of his contract. Jackson Hayes, good young athletic center that hopefully you think could become something defensively, and 2 first-round picks in exchange for Bradley Beal, man. So, yeah, once again, you get potential star player with Lonzo Ball. Jackson Hayes can be something out there. It's not a bad trade. The draft picks definitely help out, too, because, like I said, the Pelicans, for them, this would be a vertical move where they definitely would be making the playoffs, right? Like Zion, Bradley Beal, Brandon Ingram, that team's going to be a problem. But those first-round picks, they should be, like, probably in like the 17th to 20th range, something like that, which wouldn't be bad. But looking at the lineup, the Pelicans are going to be utilizing out here, man, because by trading away Drew Holiday and Lonzo Ball, you don't have a point guard anymore, so they wouldn't either need to sign one, or they go with Nickeil Alexander-Walker right here, who would actually not be a bad player. He's more of a combo guard. But that definitely would work alongside Bradley Beal because Bradley Beal does like to actually have the basketball in his hands. So, using Alexander Walker as like a catch-and-shoot point guard, kind of like Mario Chalmers back in the day on the Miami Heat, would actually work out pretty nicely. Then, of course, you got Brandon Ingram, who was an all-star this season, also a candidate for most improved player as Bam Adebayo was, and Zion Williamson that could go to superstar status just next season, man. Like in the limited games, this guy's already looked absolutely fantastic. So yes, and then of course, you got Derek Favors, you got JJ Redick, Jahlil Okafor, some of these guys come back to the team and stuff. I don't know, man. I like the look of the team. Defensively, I think Zion could be a really good defensive player anyway, so hopefully they would be okay in that department. I'm kind of a little, wary about the offensive chemistry because all these guys are players you want the ball in their hands. So we'll see how that kind of works out. But yeah, man, as far as this team record, I'll probably have to say 45 wins. 45 wins in the Western Conference. That seems about right. Guys, let's go ahead and simulate this NBA season and see how Bradley Beal will do on the New Orleans Pelicans. Okay, so this team definitely did exceed my personal expectations. 50-31, guys. And actually, I hope I'm not coming off as like a Pelicans hater because they're actually like my second or third favorite team in the NBA right now. They're a lot of fun to watch. I've probably watched like just as many Pelican games this season as I did Piston games, but we do got one more game here against the San Antonio Spurs and finish with a L on the season. Giannis MVP, John Morant Rookie of the Year, DeMarcus Cousins 6-man okay. Bam Adebayo getting most improved that time around. All-NBA first, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third looking like that, so no Pelicans making it, unfortunately. But we are the 5th seed in the Western Conference. That's definitely not a bad place to start with this good young team right here, man. Player stats on the season, though, we got Beal at 25 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists per game. Zion at 19 and 8 and 3. Still 17 points per game for Brandon Ingram. I think that's completely fine. I think that's fine with him being that type of scorer on this team. He doesn't need to be like a 25-plus guy. JJ Redick was absolutely amazing off the bench. Jahlil Okafor doing some nice stuff out there. Alexander Walker as the starting point guard at 9 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Being 6'5" too, man. He's got good perimeter defense, good three-point shot, good playmaking. That's exactly what you would need at that point guard position. So I think that's actually not a bad look to him anyway. Here we go. First round, we do have the Denver Nuggets, and the Washington Wizards did not make the playoffs, I don't think, in any three of these. But, hey, there's still some time away now. Simulate round, see how this goes, see if we get ousted in the first round. And would you look at that, man? With the lowest seed in this whole damn simulation video, we get past the first round for the first time. I'm all for it, man. Okay, next up, we got the Utah Jazz, who upset the number 1 seed OKC Thunder, who are the number 1 seed. Did not see that coming. No disrespect, but I did not see that coming. Okay, simulate round here. See how we do against Utah. And what a weird video, man. What a weird video. We got the 8th seed in both conferences in the NBA Finals. Okay, well, take the simulation aspect with a grain of salt, man. I mainly wanted to do this just so I could actually talk about the players and the trades and everything like that. I will say to sum things up here, guys, let me switch to my face cam real quick here so you guys can, see my face cam. To sum things up, I would probably say the best chance of the championship would obviously be with the Lakers. I think the best trade both ways would be between the Miami Heat and also the Pelicans. I'm sorry, the Miami Heat and also the Wizards. But I think the Pelicans would be the most exciting. So you guys let me know. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.